if you are able to understand about differences between anthropology and other discipline, then you are able to understand how anthropology is an unique discipline. And if you are able to understand uniqueness of anthropology, so it means you are able to understand, you are able to learn anthropology in right perspective. So for that, this topic is very, very important for you. So if you want to see how can we make differences between anthropology and sociology, so you should have to remember about some anthropological approach. I already said that anthropological approach is very important, right, for the understanding of differences between anthropology and sociology, right? That give us very good insight for the understanding of how anthropology is different from sociology. And here, if you see anthropological approach, so here anthropological study is based on holistic approach. Second, biocultural approach. Third, microscopic. Fourth, emic and ethic approach. Next, fieldwork, method and participant observation, and next, cultural relativism, right? So these are the 6 important points related to differences between anthropology and sociology, right? Or other discipline also. If you try to make differences between anthropology and sociology, differences between anthropology and economics, political science, psychology, history, and any natural science, you can remember that these 6 important points make clear differences between anthropology and any other discipline, right? So because anthropological study is based on holistic approach, but sociology is not based on holistic perspective, holistic approach. Sociology is based on atomistic approach, right? Because sociology mainly interested to study about particular aspect of mankind, and that particular aspect of mankind is social aspect of mankind. But anthropology mainly interested to study about a study of total dimension of humankind, a study of total aspect of mankind and their integration, right? So first thing you should have to understand. Second important thing is that biocultural approach, right? Means in anthropology we study human biological aspect, but sociology doesn't interested to follow biocultural approach for the study of society, right? Sociology mainly interested to study human society on the basis of social structure, concept of social structure, concept of society, not interested to study of society on the basis of biocultural perspective, biocultural approach, because sociologist doesn't interested to study about biological aspect of mankind. So this is second important differences related to anthropology and sociology. Third, microscopic approach, right? Means anthropologists interested to study about particular aspect of mankind in very depth, very detail, while sociology based on macroscopic approach, right? It is based on macroscopic approach. So macroscopic approach focus to study about any social aspect of contemporary society, not in depth, not in detail, not in depth, right? That is based on the simplification of the study of society. Simply, they try to understand about social behavior of mankind. They are not interested to study social institution in very depth. And then emic and ethic approach. Anthropologists follow both emic and ethic approach, but sociology mainly based on ethic approach. Here, outsider view is very important for the understanding of any social phenomena in sociology, and therefore this point is also very important for the understanding of differences between anthropology and sociology. And other important thing is that fieldwork method and participant observation, that is core concept, core method for the study of anthropology, because anthropologists utilize fieldwork method and participant observation for detailed study of their subject matter. They live with their subject matter. They observe all behavior of the people to whom they want to understand in very detail, very microscopic level. But sociologists or sociologist doesn't interested to apply this important method for the understanding of society. Sociology based on social survey method, right? Not based on participant observation. And that other important point here, cultural relativism, that is the core concept in anthropology. According to that approach, no any culture is superior or inferior, because each culture has their own uniqueness, and anthropologists try to understand about uniqueness of particular culture on the basis of the view of the people of that culture, right? That is very important. And therefore our study is mainly based on the concept of cultural relativism, but a sociologist does not follow that approach, because in sociology we study human society and we say that society is backward, that society is inferior. But in anthropology we follow no any culture is superior or inferior. Each culture has their own uniqueness, and therefore if we understand that important aspect related to anthropology, you were able to understand differences. So these are the 6 important differences related to that. Other important point you can understand, a scope of anthropology is wider and a scope of sociology is narrower, right? Because anthropology is interested to study about all dimension of mankind, interested to study about humans in from past to present and in future also. So the scope of anthropology is very wider, while the scope of sociology is very narrower. Another important thing here you should have to remember about, anthropologists mainly interested to primitive society. Here, primitive society, and sociologist mainly interested to study about modern industrial society, right? Modern industrial society. And if you see about the application of the knowledge of anthropology, so anthropological data, anthropological knowledge, anthropological theories are relevant for the solution of social, economic, political, cultural, behavioral, biological, medical problems of human society. But knowledge, data, and perspective of sociology mainly useful for the understanding of social problem of society, and therefore anthropology and sociology are quite different discipline, right? So these are the basic differences between anthropology and sociology. But if you want to write conclusion, how to write conclusion, right? So on the basis of that discussion, you can write both anthropology and sociology have fundamental differences. But in spite of these differences, both anthropologists and sociologists working together and sharing their tools, technique, data with each other for better understanding of contemporary society. And therefore both subjects, both disciplines are deeply interrelated with each other because both are complementary to each other.